Next question is, I have a client who overanalyzes everything. How would you approach this? Great question. Great question. We've all had those over analytical clients, right? And so this is a great question because how we deal with analytical clients is pretty much the same principles as we would any other non-analytical client. I'm actually someone who seems to have attracted a lot of over analytical clients. And with these clients, what's very important is to focus the conversation and their attention on the internal processes that are happening within them, uh, either in their bodies or even in their minds. And what do I mean by this? So if we have someone who completely overanalyzes, they're using their brain, right? They're very much like rationalizing, over rationalizing, whatever it is that they're experiencing. And really, with these clients, is just to shift their attention on their unconscious information. So, for example, you ask a question, and then a client gives you like a 30-word spiel on what they perceive the problem is and are over analyzing it. So within like that 30-word spiel, what we teach inside our advanced conversational hypnosis trainings is to filter out what in that information that our clients just gave us is conscious information versus unconscious information, because there's always both. There's always both within everything, right? And so knowing that filtering process, knowing what unconscious moments are, knowing what the different types of unconscious information are, knowing how the unconscious mind communicates is going to be very, very helpful when dealing with clients who are over analytical, right? Who are in their heads too much. And what we want to avoid is immediately getting them into the feeling, because we know feelings are unconscious expression as well, right? But if a client isn't talking about feelings, and we're not seeing that trend of them actually feeling, then it's going to be pointless, and we're just going to hit a dead wall if we force feelings right away. But there's always going to be an unconscious expression within what they're saying. Could it be through their body language that we start looking, the tone of their voice? Does the pace of their voice change? Do they slow down particular words, and what are the words that they slow down? What words do they slow down on, right? And really getting good at that is really what the ASH training is all about, and will really help you with those over analytical clients, or really hearing what their conflicts are. Because I mean, for over analytical clients, they are people who have this ability to see everything, right? To try to think about all the different options, all the different scenarios, but those scenarios are somehow conflicting. That's why they're stuck where they are. That's why they need our help, right? So drawing their attention into those conflicts and having them ponder it because sometimes they've like rehearsed everything that came out of their mouths, right? But really just um placing their attention on the conflicts, and they're going to try to run away and draw more conclusions about it. But when we actually also slow down within our own tone, it helps them mirror us, right? It helps. So when we slow down and ask our questions very intentionally, they're also going to be more likely to slow down, because we have this intention within our questions as well. And we're picking up on the unconscious expressions. Once an over analytical client gets fed with multiple unconscious moments, or yeah, they get fed back, and we utilize their unconscious expression like 5, 10 times in a row, they will slow down. It's been my experience. They will think about it, and really let go of any expectations of what their trans is going to look like. A lot of the over analytical clients are just going to be in and out of their trans fast, and that is how they do their therapeutic process. And we're not here to judge that, right? Over analytical clients can probably just stay in a trance for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 15, less than a minute, and that is more than enough for them, especially once we test at the end and know that the problem no longer exists. It means our sessions worked, right? And so that's exactly how I would I would deal with the over analytical clients, just really filtering out and being very attentive and listening to their own unconscious expression, feeding it back to them, and really challenging their beliefs and their concepts and their conclusions and their conflicts. Because once we do that, they get into a place where they start processing the other information, and it really slows them down a lot. So I hope that made sense. I know I said a lot in there. Over analytical clients are definitely my favorite. There is, don't be scared of them. It's one of these things where once you actually help an over analytical client, everything else gets easier. So embrace this challenge. And if you have any questions at all, let me know, and I will see you soon.